Welcome, and welcome back if you're returning to my channel. I'm Dee Sparta, your true crime psychic medium here, and it's been a while. I've missed you guys. I'm still like, sore, swollen, puffy, can't really eat solid foods. I've had oatmeal today. That was pretty solid, sort of. It's a little rough. Okay, it really is. I had a bunch of extractions, and I had old implants here that the crowns had broken off, cracked off. Because the implants, they're older and they weren't that good. It was just 3 posts sticking up in the back of my mouth. So finally, they removed those old implants, put in new ones, and in about a week, I go back in and they're going to put crowns on. And then I had implants put on up here and up here because I had some bridges that were loose or cracking. It was replacing old dental work with newer stuff. Oh, it hurt. I don't know, it was like 6 teeth. Oh my gosh. It still hurts. I've got this part right up in here where the stitches haven't healed, are still there, and it's still, but I'm here, folks. I can at least talk. I mean, it hurts a little. I mean, I'm not gonna say, hey, I'm pain free here with this, but I'm not. Yes, I have my coffee. Ooh, my mug kind of matches my hair. That's kind of cool. I got this mug on an add-on for FabFitFun, and there's a silvery one. I think of my last video I used the silvery one, the gray one. Okay, so folks, look at you. You know what you do to me. I was last night. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fall in the trap and do another video on Brian Laundrie, his parents being. And I kept thinking before, if I was gonna do one, I focus on his parents. And after what's just happened, folks, we're focusing on Mama, Daddy, Laundrie, Chris, and Roberta. I did do some research. So in my last video, I had caught on that there was something with his mother and a connection with the government. And I found out that, she worked for the county or the state or the county in an office position. So I was like, okay. So I'm not sure what's really going on here with the police and everything. So what's happened is, there's been Brian Laundrie's, few of his belongings have been found, as well as some human remains. Now, this was found in Micahachie Creek Environmental Park. Now, here's the thing. The night before they were found, which was Tuesday night, the parents had let the police know that they wanted to go back and search. Their intent was to go back and search, which I think was smart on their part, because if they wanted to go back there and they didn't tell the police, it'd be sus. So they did want the police around. They wanted to know, this is our intention. We want to go back into this park, because this is an area where we feel Brian could be. And how they knew they would find, it's just... So the next morning they went, and it was Chris had went off on his own, and that's where he found some of Brian's belongings, a backpack and a notebook. Okay, you saw the backpack, and apparently there was a news reporter nearby him, so he didn't want to leave the backpack there when he went to go and get the police to show them, look what I found over here. So he picked it up and brought it to the police. I want to know why he went on his own. But the police, but a news reporter was nearby, so it's not too, It's just weird. But it looks like, at the same time, I think Chris was trying to cover himself as much as possible and be as careful. Now, here is what the police have said, and Brian, the parents' attorney, Steve, the attorney, he has said that, hey, my Brian, Roberta and Chris Laundrie, they had told the police the locations where Brian would be. And so therefore they thought the police were going to go to these areas. That's why they didn't get involved. This is why they didn't go, except for that one time. But yeah. And the reason why they now suddenly wanted to go was because the park was just open to the public. Now listen, was just being open to the public. The remains and the human remains, who we don't know for sure if it's Brian or not, were located with some of Brian's belongings in an area that had been flooded previously. So the police have said it was flooded, it was water there, we didn't search there. Okay. I guess, you're dealing with swampland, you got to be careful, but I don't know. They decided to avoid it and still open the park to the public. Without waiting, all of a sudden, oh, it's not flooded anymore, let's go in there. I don't know. Sometimes bureaucracy and logic just don't click. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway. So yeah, so they're saying, the attorney's like, this is why the parents got involved now. They felt that they could go back and just double check this area where they thought Brian definitely would be. I know. It doesn't sit well. Something's off. I pretty much think it is Brian's remains, but it boggles me how the parents... The attorney says the parents are pretty brokenhearted, that it is most likely his remains. It was not a full... because of the water and the swamp area and wildlife... We don't know really what the condition of these remains were. It was like partial human remains. I mean, this is heartbreaking. Whomever that is, yeah. And Brian's attorney is saying that his parents are heartbroken, definitely, about this. I do know people are upset that Roberta and Chris have not come forward publicly, did not report things as soon as possible, and have remained silent, letting their attorney do all the talking for them and explaining everything. And some people might say, oh, that's suspicious, but let me tell you, I'm going to say this right now, my wife. I'm the older person. I'm 12 years older than my wife. My wife, but I also call her Mom. I refer to her kids. Go talk to your mother, Mama K. I'm Mama D. Yeah, you get it, Mama K, Mama D. Anyway, she worked with the public defender's office, and helped criminals or suspects, defend them. She did family law too, but her defense law and contractual law, working with landlords and such and tenants. Here's the thing. You can advise your clients, this is what we should do and this is what you should do. And most of the time they don't listen. Or they're like, no, I want this to be said, not this. And the attorney has to do what the clients want, as long as it's not going to violate their ethically or any law, but they have to do things to protect their clients. They have to also let their clients know that you are making a mistake if you want to do this or not, or come out publicly and say things. A lot of times people say, don't say anything, let your attorney handle it. And that's probably the best thing in this situation where these parents are dealing with the fact that their son is the suspect of the death of his fiance and a girl who was living with them. It's got to be just, how do you talk to somebody? How do you say what's going on? Because they were just, this was probably thrust upon them, man. And probably panicked and made some mistakes, but I get it. Going through and having only the attorney handle it, because public opinion, they will scrutinize you and everything that you do say, and some things can be used in the court, a law that could be, you might have said something, but it was out of context, or just, you're overwhelmed and you're not going to always say things as well or remember things as correctly as you should. It just happens, folks. Especially if you deal with anxiety, PTSD. I'm like, that's me, honey. That's me, honey. Okay. So I'm not thinking it was bad for Brian's parents to remain silent, because I get it. It's good to have one person control the situation and what's being said, and statements done with someone who understands the legal system. So, okay, I'll let that slide. But it's been weird that they haven't just, it feels like they haven't really put a push to find Brian and when he was gone. It just seems off, right? And I'm just rambling. So let's, So everything that we've been talking about is merely alleged what's happened. There's been no charges filed against anybody, but the parents are probably going to be looked into. Some former FBI correspondents in news sources have said, hey, the parents are not looking too well because of how they were like, okay, let's go back and go see if he's here. And there he was, or there, his belongings are there and there's some human remains. It doesn't look good for them. And so they're probably going to be looked at even closer, which maybe it'll reveal some more what's going on and we'll find out, gosh, it's such a difficult, all this is heartbreaking. Really, really is. All right. So I am not going to, do a second part. I just kind of did the intro and we're just going to go straight into the reading because y'all know what's going, the basic gist of this whole thing. And you can watch my previous videos. I have a playlist already created. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Hi, I'm back. Okay. Now, please remember that my intention always is, it's really to help. It's to help bring insight in cases where things are hard to figure out and understand. And everything that I do say in these readings is all alleged, and it's for entertainment purposes only. And you're probably wondering why I got a headset on. I am trying, when I do my best readings, I got music playing, but I can't have music playing that y'all can hear because copyright. So I'm going to be able to hear it. It's going to help me. And yeah, music could it's life. Probably why I was a singer and played all sorts of musical instruments growing up. Okay. Whew, this is going to be... Yeah. I'm, I keep changing. I've been looking at different decks to use for today, and just now I felt pulled to my manga deck here. Really like this deck. Okay. What are you three trying to tell me? God. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Reverse. Oh no, that's upright. Ace of Coin. We get the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Oh. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Let's see here. Like, you know, I see the Ace of Cups, and it's just, there's something just wrong and indifferent. Ace is like the beginning of something, but it's like a off. And with the money, if it was for, you know, this way, it'd be like, okay, you're going to get financial clarity, you're going to get clarity of life, you're going to get, but this is not getting it. It's like everything is foggy. And a debt to be paid. A debt to be paid. That's standing out. Debt to be paid. A debt to be paid. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, when it's upright, a lot of times you think, oh, everyone's got all this great, you know, comforts, and you got a foundation, materialistically, financially, just rest. You can be well rested. But when it's reversed, we're looking at dependency, being dependent on something, and just things being chaotic, not in order, not having. So we got debt and a debt, things going wrong, and yeah, it's like, no, this isn't reversed. So this isn't indifferent. This is something being fulfilled. Something being fulfilled. This is the debt and chaos. What? We need some clarifying cards here, don't we? I just... Oh. Okay. Oh. The Hierophant. Now, this dude is reversed, folks. So there's corruption, hypocrisy, rules being broken. I'm seeing, yeah, they didn't do something right here. So there's like this, oh, phew, we got this done, but they broke a bunch of rules. This isn't the outcome we wanted. There is a debt to be paid. Chaos ensuing. We're gonna lose. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. When it comes to the debt, Brian is just really ignorant, thinking he could get away with stuff. I think he has gotten away or seen his parents get away with things. Parents were upset because they were bringing disruption to them, and it's going to make a closer look into their own lives. And I have the Moon. The Moon is reversed here, folks. You know, when it's reversed, we're dealing with lots of lies. We're dealing with deception, deceit. So they were causing chaos by lying. And that just really just stands out with the different dates of when he was disappeared, by, just going off of camping and then saying whether he, oh no, Brian wasn't with us, but people saying they saw him there. There's a lot of, yeah. Okay. The Hermit. Reversed. Oh. This is all about suspicion. Suspicious. Yeah, breaking the rules. We all know the eyes on them. They screwed up. Unfortunately. I think there's tension. How are we going to get out of this mess? And we got to fix this somehow. How do we fix this? The High Priestess. And she's upright. Now, you gotta listen to your intention here. Your intuition. The intuition that there's been a debt, a missing debt has been paid. Is owed. She's sitting here. Ooh, okay. I was like, if I see the 3 of Pentacles, and this was my thought, I should have said it out loud to y'all. I was like, there's means money has crossed, and there's a celebration that, hey, we got this done. Dealing with other people, friends help them. Friends are helping them. They're being very low key. They are being very sneaky and deceptive with the moon here. You see what I'm saying here? There's yeah. So I'm going to try another deck. I think we got some pretty good, I feel like I'm connected. Let's bring out the Haunted House deck. I know you guys I use this one a lot, don't I? I got a new deck and I can't find it. And it's actually a true crime deck. It has the, serial killers and such on them. Yeah, it's really kind of creepy. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd actually ever use it. And then now I can't find it, so I guess I'm not going to use it. Weird. Oh, yes. No. This is Death in reverse. Limbo. I'm getting that. Something's not permanent. Ooh, I got a real sick, heavy feeling in here. Okay, this is the Queen of Wands. And when this card, she's shown up before in these readings, it's been Roberta Laundrie. His mom. Yeah, it's a person, she's overly confident when she shouldn't be, because, yeah, Uh-huh. And then we have the Queen of Cups here. Huh. The King of Cups. Wait, is that the king or queen? I gotta look at it again. Okay, that is a crown. Just because there's a woman on the card doesn't mean it's actually the queen or the king. A lot of my cards kind of, it's more of the energy of the person, whether they're a male or female. It's the feminine or masculine energy. But there's someone, Roberta, maybe helpful, but something's in limbo. The Empress. Oh. The Seven of Swords. I don't know. I'm wondering if there's somebody else who's somebody else has been hurt physically by Brian. Gabby wasn't his first. I mean, not, but a person to have been abused by Brian. He has a sister, doesn't he? There's a big conflict between his mother and sister. Okay. And here we have Roberta making secret plans. And I think the sister is onto it. She may break. Yeah. Here's the two women talking in reverse now. They're not so happy with each other. Nope. Things are falling apart. They're well-intentioned plans here. This is temperance, not being tempered, not balance. She's like, she wants to. I'm feeling this other woman, if it is a sister or another woman who's been in this situation with them, she's having a hard time holding back. But she's being threatened, I'm seeing. Yeah. Here's the ace here. She's being threatened. So she's kind of like, she has information she wants to give, but there's a dependency she has with her parents, or has had, and it's breaking. Yes. It's falling apart. Oh, yeah. But she knows that a promise, the help that they've gotten is going to be gone. There's an attachment, like I'm seeing an umbilical cord, like being fed, being taken care of, a nurturing that she doesn't want broken. Yeah, and Roberta here with her secret plans, it's all chaos. I shouldn't laugh. This is horrible, but I think it's like a trying not to get too dark. I got to be careful not to just. because, okay, so it's like panicking, parents panicking, and like, we need to do something. This was like a Hail Mary, finding his belongings. I was concerned about a connection with the parents, with keeping the sister quiet, was financial. I really see with the ace there, a gaining of money. Wondering if there was a life insurance policy also on Brian. Okay. Two cops. So, lies, deception, falling apart, and then you got the Two of Cups, and that's usually a relationship, you know, and it's reversed, which they abandoned. We abandoned the other plan. We've got to do this. We've got to come out with this. We got to look out for the family. Everything is for the family. Brian has become a disgrace. Folks, see what this is. I don't know if you could tell. It's reversed, but it's judgment. I think the sister or this other woman is very regrets not saying things sooner, or not speaking up, or regrets even speaking up what she did do. I think she was reprimanded. You needed to keep your mouth. Don't say that we're keeping you out of it. We gotta appear in a united front. We have to be a united front. We gotta stick together. You blow this for us, and it's like the father, he must own his own business. And it's like they're gonna lose all of their client. He's gonna lose just all his clientele. He's gonna lose everything. Because if they wanted to give Brian an ending to protect him. Two of Wands. There's a lot of deception in the communication that's coming. Yeah. This is a big, huge argument. There's been so much arguing. So much. There's, this other person hanging out, this other energy here. And then I got the Five of Wands in reverse. It's like, we need to proceed cautiously. We need to get this all out of the way. Just get it all out of the way. Uh-huh. Cups. Oh. 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 Oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, things are very bleak, and there's this pessimism. There's this, why does he, there's also some jealousy of like, you do all this for Brian, what about me, kind of thing. You're more worried about your reputation than me or Brian's well-being. It's, you guys are first. which, but if it's at the risk of hurting others, All right, I'm going to pull out the Lunderman deck. I love this little deck so much. This is like a Victorian tarot cards. I do have this is an extended version of the Lunderman deck. There's additional cards. Now I do have the original Lunderman. It's like right behind me, but I like this one. So that's why we're going to use it today. Okay, let's see here. What happened to you, Brian? What happened to you, Brian? Brian, when you were out there. Okay, I feel loneliness and tears, heaviness. And I pulled up 32, and this is the Moon card. Everything was about perception, wanting people to see an image of him. And then you got the clouds. The clouds, man. These clouds. He was scared. Felt all alone. Abandoned. Confused that this is happening to him. It's not like, oh, poor Gabby, I've lost her. It's, oh, look what's happened to me. And almost like blaming her. You got the little fishies. And that's what, oh. That's where he ended up. A lot of times this is dealing with a house with money. But I'm getting more of a feeling of water. Water, water, water. Storm. It's going to appear that I drowned. Oh gosh, something else happened. 15, the polar bear. Someone in power, a business owner, trying to make things look how it happened. But he's just a cruel, cruel person. And it was like, this is your punishment, Brian. You have screwed things up for me and your mother. I don't like where this is going, folks. I'm getting just... It's Brian learned that abusive behavior from his father. Here, creating confusion, separating him. They want to just kind of separate. We got to move past this with Brian and make it look like an accident or suicide. I'm getting here. 17. We got swans. Often, you know what? I think usually this is like pregnancy. I keep knowing Gabby kept wanting to get pregnant. His family was also against it and felt his dad was going to get a good contract, I think, something. Yeah, with this. And it's at risk if he hasn't already lost it. Here's the woman, 29. Pregnancy. Do you see this here? Why is that coming up? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you see? She came up twice. We have to focus on a woman. One is Gabby, the other is Roberta. What? There's the father. Yep, I told you, man of power in business, trying to cover everything up because of what happened with Gabby. It's everything is Gabby's being blamed, and let's see here. Oh. Contract promises. Yeah. He's trying to create his own luck to save a contract. This is all. I don't like what I'm seeing here, and it's kind of like really, if you wonder how could Brian do something allegedly like what he did to Gabby and to whomever else. There were 2 other women. No. Parents wondered if Brian was involved with those newlyweds, the 2 women. They were like, you know, it's sad. Putting your money and reputation before doing what's right for others and yourself. It hits me hard because I know with my parents deciding to disown me, distance themselves completely from my wife, my kids, and I because, I'm married to a trans woman. I mean, I was married to her before she transitioned, and this is the person that I wanted to grow old with and still is. But my parents being the pastors and their beliefs, they chose hate instead of love. That's really sad. And I think that's what happened. And I'm not saying Brian doesn't deserve this because I think Brian was a victim also when it came to his father, and he just was perpetuating this abuse, and I could get away with anything. And when he wasn't going to get away with this, it was looking pretty bleak. He did not want to go to jail. He could not. Right now I'm sensing him. I can't handle being trapped, enclosed, claustrophobic, and controlled. I need to be out and free. Desperation, just so much pain, so much heartbreak. Gabby just being the betrayal she felt, the betrayal Brian was feeling, and blaming Gabby. If Gabby just didn't fuck up and just be such a bitch to me and just, she just could do everything how I wanted her to, then I wouldn't be in the situation. I'm the victim here. I had to stand up for myself. Why can't people see this? Oh, it's dark, folks. I know I keep saying that. I did this reading for y'all, and I'm gonna get clean some energy around in here, and I'm gonna do another recording of another tarot reading that I've been wanting to get done. A member of my channel has requested this over and over and over again. I'm gonna tackle Plum Island. And what happened over there is, they really just looking around disease for animals. And is this where Lyme disease came from? I don't know. We're going to find out. Find out about Plum Island, Lyme disease, and we'll dive into that. So I'll see you next time. I do love you guys. Please, people, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. You just never know what someone is going through. You have to just be mindful and aware of everything and others and of your own self. I do love you all. I'm glad to be back. See you next time.